Hello everyone and welcome to my channel one more time, Mr. Bori playing Cursed Castilla EX, of how they call in my country, Maldita Castilla. This game is developed by Hispanic people, but the name has to be in English so people understand. Anyways, this game is a clone of Ghosts and Goblins. And you know what? There's nothing wrong about that because freaking Capcom hasn't made a freaking Ghosts and Goblins in so long. And finally, somebody has the balls to create a clone of my favorite game of all time. But what can I say about the game? It's great! I love it! I just downloaded it and I cannot stop playing it because it's just going back to time. Going back to the era where the games were fun, they were amazing and hard to play. This game is challenging. I don't think as a level of the Ghosts and Goblin series, but the game can be challenging. You see, I kind of continue a bunch of times. If you really want to make it hard, do not continue. Just play the game like the old times. Put a quarter and play. And what I mean by saying that is just play one game. You die, you start all over, do not continue. And that's the way you should play this game. Oh, it's so great. Anyway guys, one thing I have to say is the graphics are great, the gameplay is really good, and I just love it. There's so many different stages, so many different bosses, and this version is made out of one version that was made long time ago for PC. That's why they call it EX. That's why this game has more bosses, more things to do, and more crazy shit going around, man. This game is great. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And I know you guys are gonna like it. The game has plenty of bosses. If I'm not mistaken, it comes with 8 stages. They are big bosses, which are the main bosses. It also comes with like these mid bosses, which is like somebody in the way, you know, trying to get you, you know, not to that level. Anyway, whatever guys. One thing that I kind of don't like too much about the game that I have to say is when you die in the boss, when you continue or you go back, you are actually the boss. You're actually right there, you know. Ghosts and Goblins, you only had 2 ways. You go to the middle, to the end. If you die at the end, you go back to the middle. If you die before the middle, you go back to the beginning. And it was challenging as hard. This one is hard. It's not an easy game, but they kind of make it a little too easy, I believe. But don't take it that way. It's not easy. It's hard. But if I were them, I'll make it a little more difficult. One thing that I was a little skeptical about it was that when you die at the end of the game, you can continue the game in the area that you died. And if you go through the continue after continue, you can beat the game in about 2 hours. But the game is great, don't take me wrong. You can make it difficult if you want by just playing, like I said, like an arcade. You know, one thing is that I'm so disappointed at Capcom. Capcom used to be one of my favorite developers, you know, making all these classics. It seems that everything they make right now is based on money, and I understand that developers are looking for money, but there is no more fun. There is no more of that era where the games were made to like show people, oh, look what I made, this is great, right? No, it's about money, man. Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghouls, or you know, there's so many different versions. They're great games, man, and they haven't made anything. Like we're waiting for a Mega Man game, we're waiting for a Ghosts and Goblins, we're waiting for something new to come. I mean, some of the old school classic, you know, bring them back, Capcom. But you know what? Now we have the Mighty 9 or whatever the name is. That game was a disaster because people were so crazy waiting for a Mega Man game that somebody else tried to step up and say, you know what, I'm gonna make it for you guys. Anyways, he tried, but he didn't make it right. He made it kind of like. At least this one is good. At least this game is made pretty decent. A few things that I would change myself, but I cannot complain. I feel like I'm playing one Ghosts and Goblins again. I feel like I'm playing a sequel, and that's a good thing. I don't know, man. Like developers in these days, like Activision, EA, Capcom, they're becoming so big that now they're not kind of caring about these little titles, little projects, you know, like Ghosts and Goblins and even Sega. You know, they used to have so many good games like Alter Beast and Golden Axe and Wonder Boy. And what happened to all those games? I have no idea what they are. I have no idea. But anyways, one thing that I'm gonna tell you is, and I know I kind of repeating myself too much, is if you wanna play this game and you are feeling like, you know, I'm not really sure, go for it. This game is gonna keep you busy. Like I said, make it difficult. Don't go through continue after continue because you're gonna beat it in a couple hours and then what? There's no more fun, you know what I mean? And right now, like I said, The game comes with so many things to do, and I like it, But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you with this. Get the game, it's really good. This is Mr. Bori. Happy that somebody made a game like this. I rate the game 9 out of 10. This is Mr. Bori saying bye-bye!